Can you read my lips?
No, listen. They can't read the lips. We're on the away screen. All right. Now, let's start over. All right. Well, what do you need the countdown from? What time?
Are we muted? Oh, I think you have us unmuted now. It's wild.
Okay. What's the countdown timer for? How many seconds?
Hold on. Did you not show our faces? And the people? I was just doing that.
He
for
did.
You guys?
No, he did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're just sitting here staring at you while you do that.
So how much are we counting down from?
Until my pizza's done. That hasn't even gone in the oven yet.
Why didn't you put your pizza in the oven yet?
Because I had to pee. I didn't want to keep you guys waiting longer.
You said you were gonna go put your pizza in the oven.
No, I said I was gonna go pee.
Is it preheated?
No, I haven't started the oven. I do it all at once.
What?
I thought you might have started the oven to like get it preheated, so so be ready.
Tyler, you might have a good oven. My oven, not even exaggerating, takes like 7 or 8 minutes to preheat. It's awful.
It's okay. You can make your pizza during the Yonda session.
But I found this technique with my pizza that I put it in before it's fully preheated, and it makes it like everything perfect. Well, it doesn't overcook the top and perfectly cooks the dough. Everything's good.
Tyler, if you're doing it, I'm sure it's perfect.
You know what I had today that was actually... turn the cameras on. Just turn the cameras on. You know what I had today that was actually a little disappointing? No one's going to ask?
All
right.
We're all listening.
I was going to guess sex, but I didn't want to throw that down like that.
He's like, I don't want to make it something.
I don't want to go live anymore.
That's what she said.
Damn it, Tyler! You promised you wouldn't bring it up.
I'm sorry. Happens to the best of us sometimes, you know?
God. This regicide is falling apart.
At least that's what my girlfriend told me when I had a girlfriend.
we are really falling apart.
Okay,
Damn.
I feel better now.
He's that quick?
I think he just went and asked his girlfriend to see if it was satisfactory, and then came.
No, I just heard what you said, and that won me back.
What? And he was like, And she's like, no.
No, it was like, hold on,
Scott.
It was like this.
Messi's girlfriend isn't Brit.
Nah, I'm not even gonna go down that.
Hey, babe. What are you up to? Oh, okay.
Sleeves.
The best part about that is
okay.
Simon still said you died.
Later.
Sadder than to look Rena play. What?
Okay.
What are you saying, Anno? This is sadder than to look Rena play Phasmophobia.
Wow.
Well, Anno had a couple of drinks.
Okay, I had Papa John's stuffed crust. Okay, that's what I was gonna say. I had Papa John's today. I got the stuffed crust. It was a little disappointing.
You eat Papa John's? It's vile.
It's like the best fast food pizza on the planet.
Papa John's makes Domino's look good. That's how nasty it is.
No, that's not true.
Oh, it's like
no.
Like who orders pizza from a chain? Unless you're drunk or stoned and it's like midnight or later, you don't order pizza from a chain. You get it from a mom and pop's place.
In Florida?
Yes, you have mom and pop's places in Florida.
In Jacksonville, Florida?
Yes, you have mom and pop's places in Jacksonville, the most densely populated, third most densely populated city in Florida.
That's not even true.
Third
I think
most
we're number
densely
4.
populated of everyone probably relating to one another in Florida.
We're like the 5th or it's Jackson. You know Jackson. Never mind. Fuck it.
The largest city.
Let's just
Florida.
play. Yeah, by land area. Yeah.
Okay, I knew I had something.
Largest city by land area in the continental United States. Thank you very much.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Daelric, you should do an event where Rena is trapped in a haunted house to get back at her for not having your back in Phasmophobia.
Sorry, say that again.
Why was I not invited to Phasmophobia?
Oh, we're starting. Oh, that's great. Oh, go ahead. Just go ahead. Kick it off.
See, this is why I cry myself to sleep at night and then don't sleep.
Okay. You guys let him talk, and now he's just bringing everything down.
Tyler, let me inform you on what you missed. Rena let me do all the work, and I died. And then I was throwing cans as like breadcrumbs to Rena, and she just stared at the cans and went back to the van.
I was scared. I didn't want to
And
go.
then
You were
40
dead, and I was like, "Oh, look, I'm all alone." You think
45
I'm gonna go in a
minutes
haunted
later,
house?
I was
Absolutely
like,
not.
I'm gonna quit the game now.
Scott,
Yeah,
look who got
fair.
a gifted sub from Oklo.
Who
And
was
we
it?
still got the ghost wrong.
Patrick!
Or did we?
Who's
No, we got it
Patrick?
right.
I don't know. He's not the person who apparently only retweets Rena all the time.
No, that's messy.
That's me.
You missed. No, you missed the mark on that one.
It's okay. It's
Dude,
okay.
Aqua
Wade
got
retweets me
1,000.
I
now.
said he's
so-
not the person. That's what I meant. I was
True.
saying he's not the person.
Guys,
I was
guys.
to the fact that it is messy.
Aklo got 1,000 gift subs. I think
right,
Aklo should be allowed to make an advisor for a kingdom of his choice over on.
Oklo, you can now pick
the
one
new
stock
campaign.
that Daelric will pump $1,000 into.
Actually,
Any stock
you know
of
what?
your choice,
you
he'll
know
do it
what,
right
Scott?
now.
You know what, Scott? I'll let Aklo make some decisions on what my birthday gift is because my birthday was on Monday.
Rusty Trombone.
So that's any stock of your choice he'll put $1,000 to, and he can't say no. He has to do it. Whatever you say.
The market is closed until Monday.
And as soon as Monday hits, he'll have $1,000 in whatever stock you want.
9:30 a.m. when the market opens, so I can't even trade at 9:30 because I'm like at
Yeah,
work.
you can put your order in. You can like pre-order it
Dude,
or whatever.
I've pre-ordered before and it's not that good because they're like, oh, well, you were in the queue, so
All right, Snaga, if that's lame,
and
that's
it
fine.
buys
Give
at like a
Aklo
bad
something better.
time. It's like, oof. I learned that one the hard way. Not the hard
Any
way.
stock of your choice.
You do options. I do options, but I don't know how those work yet.
Any option of your choice. You want to short GME? Go for it.
No,
Did
you're good,
the
Snaga.
cord ever arrive?
Brought both my shoes in here.
The cable. What is he talking about?
The dog really doesn't want you to stream today. He wants you to leave.
She hates when I
Hey,
stream.
hey guys, what's Ano talking about?
Huh? What? Where? Cable. Did the cable ever
Did
arrive?
the cable ever arrive?
What cable?
I don't know. You
All
tell
I
me.
know is
cable
when
for
you
your mic?
all I know is when you create an explosion in a
cable, yeah,
cave, it causes an outwards explosion, which then causes an inward implosion.
Whose side are you even on?
On the
You want the Witcher
side
to
of
die?
physics.
Yeah, do you want me to die?
Physics can suck me off. I don't care.
Wow.
It goes out. And then everything falls safely, calmly, miles away, and no one gets hurt.
That's
I'm sorry,
exactly how explosives for collapsing buildings work. Everything goes out.
Well, that's because they intentionally blow up the building so it collapses in. If you blew up a building like a real man, it would
All
go
right,
out.
all right,
safely
Messi.
land
All right,
somewhere
let me
else.
tell you this: how
Explain
deep
this
and
again.
how heavy is the cavern, and where were the explosives placed in this sequence of
Okay,
events
we were
that
at the
happened on
entrance to the
Wednesday?
cavern, so there
Okay.
isn't a possibility. There isn't even a single possibility that the entrance to the cavern is the strongest part of that foundation. It's got to be by far the weakest, correct? If I really
Debatable,
enunciate it, it
depending
sounds
on
like
how
I'm
the
right.
cavern works and how the mountain and everything over top of it makes sense.
Dude, if you're
But-
gonna rule lawyers me on the
and
first,
I will say, Messi's gone. Now I can't have this discussion anymore. Well, I'll go put my pizza in the oven then.
Hi, Rita.
can go play Phasmophobia.
No!
Rita, do you want to go play Pharasma?
No! I don't. You know how late I stayed up because of my anxiety just from that game?
Dude, I could not anxiety. I could not go to sleep. I
I
recorded.
could not sleep.
I recorded 3 videos and did the research for a 4th one after that, and I just couldn't sleep. I was like lying in bed. Oh god, I got so little sleep. But I'm not gonna just sit there and bitch about it.
I struggle.
Yeah.
That's why you need the coffee. Speaking of which.
Actually, yeah. Defo need a coffee. But what I'll end up doing is going upstairs and seeing if there's any coffee that's around and microwave it. And if not, then I'll just use my internal excitement. Did you read my DM? Celsius DM. It says, remember, I kind of wanted to, yeah, I read it. I read it yesterday at 2:14 p.m. So, Rena, do you know what you want to do this session?
Honestly,
Wow.
I don't know. Because we just got Ophios's memories back. Oh, you know what we're doing? We're talking to the queen. That's what we're doing. That's going to take up a huge chunk of the first half.
That's right. That is what we're doing. Thanks for reminding me.
You're welcome. I'll do the recap while they're not here. That way no one can interrupt me.
Oh, yeah, good. No, that's great. Yeah, you do the recap. By the way, jokes aside, your hair looks great.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Appreciate it. I really like the red.
Yeah, it looks really good on you.
The red is, I'm going to keep it for a while. Thank you. Okay, last time on Reg's side, I didn't take any notes.
So
this time I'm going to do it.
Start without me interrupting.
Thank you. We took Ophios to Lady Arceum, and she was like, so I'm just supposed to believe these band of yahoos here and get them to, you know, what, some kind of normal mental state? You think I can do all that? These two? You're joking. And then she was like, I'm gonna need proof. And we just decided that Elijah's note wasn't good enough. We were gonna need him in person. And so we brought him in person, and he was like, yeah, these are my yahoos. They're clear. And she's like, really? Are you sure? He's like, no, yeah, I saved them off the streets. And she was like, okay. And so she's like, okay, I guess I'll help you. And then reluctantly helps us, gets Ophios's memories back, mostly. It's like 97%, something like that. And afterwards, we actually spent a lot of time talking to her about the trust, that there are only two of now. She has the other one. We discovered that they are connected via a compartment in the center that separates the light and the dark side of the chest. We apparently were carrying a disease around with us, which was the little sponge thing that we had. And I guess that was the thing that destroyed that dead lake that we were like, oh, that's weird, and kind of moved on from.
It's also the thing that I had to roll a Constitution save for and somehow succeeded. And I asked
totally
Scott what that was for, and he said, "Oh, nothing." And I was like, "Oh, okay."
And you're like, cool, and not worried about it. Yeah, and we totally avoided like activating it altogether. And we were just like, oh, this thing. And she's like, oh my god, where did you get that? And we're like, the sponge? Like, I don't know what you're talking about, crazy lady. Anyway, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all we ended up talking to her about. When we went back, they sent for Elijah, and they were like, oh, the queen wants to meet in 3 days. And we were talking about going and talking to Rayron's brother, which we actually ended up doing. We got lunch with him, talked to him, kind of squared away the whole weapon deal. But surprise, he doesn't have the weapon. It's actually in a completely, in another city, like north of the capital or something like that. So
towards the wall.
Yeah,
East.
Closer to the wall, or east. So then we are, I think, currently headed back, and we're going to go talk to the queen next. I'm pretty sure that's where we're at. Did I miss anything?
I think that's everything. And you guys are seemingly on time for that meeting as well, so.
Sick. I'm going to drink my coffee.
Wow. She knows what she's doing. Well, even the swirl, too. That's cool. Whatevs. That's fine. No hate. That's fine. Oh, good.
I just love Brindle.
Oh, yeah, the coloration.
Brindle is so good.
Look at that. She's so beautiful. Who's a good
So
girl?
cute.
Who's a good girl?
She was like, hi, Dad. Thanks.
The squishy fur. Don't you love
Yeah.
that? Squishy, squishy, squishy.
It's just like all wrinkle.
When we get older, they get super ticklish too, like right up here. It's so funny. Cause she's like 11 now. So they get like super ticklish up here. So they like feel like all the muscles twitching. It's so funny. Anyways. All right. That's an icon. Jesus Christ, man. Oh, Glow. Okay, well, Rena, thank you. I don't want to waste the momentum that you single-handedly got going for us. That was very kind of you. Can everybody give Rena a round of applause? Well, Tyler, you're everybody to me.
Appreciate you.
I like the sap slapping sound. Slapped? What did I say? Soft?
Yeah.
You like that sack slapping
You
sound?
said sap. I love that sap slapping sound.
I like that sack slapping
He
sound.
threw some twang in there when he didn't mean
Gotta
to.
get some twang.
I'm gonna fuck up with the queen so bad. I'm gonna get kicked out.
I thought. I'm glad you said up after that, because I was like, "Whoa, man!"
Oh, he
Messy,
did that in
that's-
The Witcher.
whoa. Oh, he did.
I'm just kidding.
Dude got laid by
Not in
the
the good
queen?
way.
I don't worry about it. I just had poop really bad. That's all.
He had too much cheese.
I rolled for it. I didn't roll well. I think she smelt it because she kept making faces whenever I was around.
He's in the bathroom for a long time.
We need some
You
rum
know
in this.
those people that can do like the wave with their eyebrows? That's what I'm trying to do right now. I'm sorry, I got distracted.
Almost.
All right, Tyler, turn on the no eyebrows filter, then do that. I'm just kidding.
I was literally trying to find it so I could do it.
All right. Can we actually get started with the session instead of laughing and having fun? Like I know we're having fun, but guys, it's time for us to like do something. I don't know if you know.
Okay.
Can you feel like the burning look of Ano just staring at the screen, being like, it's time for you to do something.
Oh, I thought you were
now."
gonna say do something, like duel, but do something.
I don't get the reference.
It's time to duel. Yu-Gi-Oh.
I never watched Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh.
Yeah. That was like a poor man's anime. So, anyways, Messy. Fucker.
I'm
Okay.
trying to stay muted so I don't distract us. So just go ahead.
All right. Thanks. Cool. I'll just take care of that. There we go. All right. Problem solved. So, okay. Hi, Brady. Hi. Okay, now. Oh, your breath smells. Thanks.
Probably needs a greenie.
All right. Apparently, there's a prediction. I don't know what that means.
People can win channel points by predicting what will happen.
Oh, how does that?
I bet you people basically it's gambling. You bet channel points.
Wait, what are they predicting?
Will
Who-
they
who's-
stay Snapchat free? Well, I mean,
Who
Messi
set that up?
technically, Messi already did it, so.
Wait, hold on. How do you?
You
Any of
idiots!
your
It's
mods
called
can do
Snap
it.
Cam. You all fell for it. You dummies.
I don't even know what this is. How do you start that?
I can't participate because I'm a
Because
mod.
you're a mod.
I can predict though. Predict.
No, you can't. Streamers
No, you
and
can't.
mods
Streamers
can't.
can't
Oh.
either.
Okay, I don't know who initiates it.
That's really cool, actually.
No, it's a prediction. It's different than a poll. It's very different because if basically you can put a prediction like, say I was playing Phasmophobia and we've narrowed it down to
Correct.
two ghost types. I could put those two ghost types before figuring it out and have you guys predict, and then if you were right, I reward you with the winnings of the channel points. So
Okay, okay, but who puts the prediction up?
That's genius.
mods can do it or the creator can.
Oh, so one of you guys did, or Josh did. Cool. All right, so let's actually get started.
Yeah, channel points, those points at the bottom.
All right, so let's get started. The Arena 2, thank you for the recap. So yes, you guys are leaving Hikatsia, where you had your meeting with Tristan Corvain to go and... Okay. Will you meet with Tristan Corvain to talk about the sword, and then finally after you kind of finish what you were doing there, you're gonna start heading back north to go and meet with the Queen of Malta. My phone's there. Okay, cool. So you guys can go and start heading back up north that way. Heading back up north is similar to heading south. You're gonna take the river, but you're going upstream instead of downstream this time, so it's a little bit more difficult. It takes a little bit longer to do. Submission is closed. Cool. I don't know what we do with that.
You should delete it because there's no yes or no on that one. So
I don't know how to delete it. I don't know what it is.
if you click on it, if you do /prediction in your chat,
/prediction.
I got it. I'll take care of it.
All right. Start prediction.
I deleted it.
Okay.
Don't worry. Everybody got their channel points back.
Okay.
Don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry. Be happy. Why is there redeemed daddies for tell me more?
Can you only do 2 things on predictions?
Yeah, it's only 2 things. So
Okay.
yeah, basically a yes or no.
Okay, cool. We will do that then.
Pick a number 1 through 6 for me, Scott.
5.
If I lose daddies, it's your fault.
Okay.
Yep, it's your fault. I lost daddies.
I'm fine with it. So you guys are I'll always be your daddy, Tyler. You're getting onto the river and heading north, back to Heplon, back to the capital city. The trek there is let's see what time of year is it? It's winter time, so it is freaky. Funny enough, it's not the person that I made an option. So the trek back up there is cold. It's frigid. You have one of those like wintertime icy rains with a little bit of hail kind of like mixed into it. It's absolutely miserable of a trek back to the north. As you guys are traveling up there, you know, I can imagine that the mood amongst you is a combination of trepidation, but also, you know, a little bit of excitement. You know, because you have you're about to finally meet with the queen, potentially gaining a lot of support that you otherwise didn't have. So
right.
When you finally get back into Heplon, you get back in the same day that you meant to meet with the queen, giving you all just enough time to, you know, go and find.
Weren't we going to deliver that note to Arthur?
You haven't met Arthur yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I have given you just enough time to go and appropriately bathe yourselves, prepare yourselves, so on and so forth, before actually heading into the castle. So you're, you know, a bit early. You don't want to be showing up like walking in just on time, like that employee that technically clocked in on time. You know, you don't want to you don't want to be that guy, right, Elijah?
Yeah. Isn't it Elijah that we need to? Is it just Elijah going in there? Or are we all going in there? What's going on? We kind of need Bessie back for this.
Oh yeah, I'm here.
I asked him to turn on his camera. He told me later.
Oh, you turned my camera off.
Like an hour ago.
Wait, you turned my camera off?
Yeah, I also asked you to turn it back on like an hour ago.
Oh, okay, here you go. Sorry. Okay. I turn it off. There you go.
All right, how do I choose that?
I could see the disappointment in his face.
How do I say who won the prediction?
Yeah, it was. I intentionally threw the vote there.
How do I?
He technically, before that prediction even started, it already was there, but I deleted it.
No, this prediction. How do I?
The one he just made.
Yeah, I don't know how to say which one was the correct one.
Do you want me to answer it for you? Who will distract the flow next, Messi or Scott?
Yeah,
it was clearly Messi, so I can do that.
But how do you do it? Or does
you type /prediction and then you choose result and then you click on it, and I'll just do it for you because I'm a not kind-hearted friend. There you go. Those who voted Messi win.
All right, well, there you go.
I had like 5%, and I was like, oh, the people who believe in me need to get compensated for it. So there you go, guys.
Cool. So next, you guys go in. You have just enough time to get completely bathed and so on and so forth. And I imagine, Elijah, you aren't walking in last second. You guys are all quickly trying to get yourself prepared. Elijah prestidigitation and the hell out of his uniform and whatnot to make sure that he looks
all the wrinkles. Yeah.
He's got the one pair of underwear.
My question was: is Elijah going by himself, or are we going with him?
All
because
going
if
together.
we're going with him,
so we were supposed to talk
finer
about
clothes.
that. Nah, you're fine. I told you guys not to talk unless you were spoken to.
Right.
If you wanted to come in, and you guys didn't seem to resist that too much. So fingers crossed. Yeah, keep your word.
Yeah, Ophios had simply said he would like to be present for anything that's discussed, and you would at least listen to him about what should be said or shouldn't be said. But yeah,
Yep.
I remember that conversation.
So you head in, you head into the castle after getting yourselves appropriately prepared. I don't know if there's anything noteworthy you want to say that your characters do to prepare themselves. I feel like, nah, like I'm mostly looking at not Elijah on this one. I'm mostly looking at everybody but Elijah. Any particular things you do to make sure that you're adequately prepared?
I mean,
Raina's like, I brushed my teeth.
yeah, I'm presentable. I don't know what you want. There's no blood on these clothes.
Rena's the person that shows up to the dentist appointment, brushed their teeth, didn't shower.
Oh, she's not. She'd be ready. Okay?
I actually
She's
don't have
ready.
prestidigitation. That's my sorcerer, by the way. I forgot. So, I guess I'm wrinkly.
I imagine you had your clothing pressed.
Yeah, probably.
The only thing that he told us about the queen was that she's young, right? Like she's like 16 or something.
Yeah, she's very young, but it's less about that and more about how you're going to present yourself when you're actually dealing with the crown of the nation.
Oh.
Yeah, not like you're trying to win her over.
Oh, yeah, okay. Every time you ask this, it's okay. I'm gonna actually pay attention this time. So I'd probably ask Elijah, what do we need to wear anything particular for our visit with her, or are we fine as we are?
Did we have a lot of time from when we got back to when this thing was supposed to start, or
You
did
have
we
enough
get back
time
like the
to get
morning
yourselves
of?
appropriately prepared and then go.
Okay, perfect. All right. Well then, yeah, I guess I would see if we can get some finer clothes for Rena and Ophios. Do you wear clothes? Well, okay. Do the clothes you wear are they? I'm talking to Ophios specifically. Hold on, Ophios. Do the clothes you wear are they illusions as well, or is the clothes like do they fit your body the same way, whether or not you got your face replaced?
They fit me they fit me the same way.
So whatever. Okay, so whatever you're wearing in snake form, or not snake form, but whatever you're wearing without the disguise, you're wearing with the disguise. It's the same
Correct.
thing.
The
Doesn't
hood
change.
only
Okay.
covers my face.
Okay, then yeah, I would take you guys both clothes shop and get some noble stuff. Don't embarrass me.
Okay. So the problem with a proper noble's clothing is that it's not off the rack, right? It's something that's hand tailored from scratch to give it to you. So what you're
there's
doing,
no Ross here?
what you're doing, Messy, because obviously you know that you're handling a situation is you're not bringing them to go and get no specific Ross Simons
tailored
or whatever. Yeah, you're gonna go
no.
and try to find kind of like a makeshift thing, which funny enough, if you have the right connections, you can actually make that happen. And I'm going to allow you to roll to see if you have those right connections. Because you're a nice guy. Let me just glance at your character sheet and what might actually be an option for you. Elijah Pearson.
What are you talking about?
Elijah
Shh, dude!
Pearson.
You doxed me!
I doxied you. Dude, your intelligence save is a 10?
Yeah.
That's insanity.
I know, I'm really fucking smart.
I don't even know where you get that 10th point from. Like 6 from intelligence, 3 from proficiency. Where's the other one come from?
That's a good question.
Okay, but now
I'm supposed to be level. You guys are level 8, right? You guys are level 8? You two?
Yes. Yes.
Are you good?
It would probably be
yes?
smart if
Yes,
I opened up the
we
actual
are.
game that I apparently forgot to do. I was wondering what I forgot to do today.
It's like, oh, gee.
He's like,
I don't
shit, I'm
know.
missing something.
Why is Tyler not online in the game that we play every
I
Friday?
was wondering. Yeah, I was wondering that.
Ah.
Messy, you can do an investigation.
Okay. I'm pretty good at that. I'm terrible.
Oh, you're all like Rena.
Yeah,
You-
only
you
on Wednesdays.
You gonna try to modify that?
Nah, I just won't find anything. You guys will just have to go in naked. Damn, so close.
So close. Sorry.
Maybe next week.
So you guys are gonna go and more or less buy more like peasant clothes, where you're gonna be buying something nicer off the rack and having it slightly modified, something that would trick people that aren't into fashion, design, or wealth, but certainly the nobility would stand out. But your characters probably wouldn't know that. The 3 of your characters probably wouldn't know that.
You don't think? Well,
Wouldn't
I
Elijah
guess my
know
Because
that?
charisma is pretty
Elijah's
low, and this will be more of a
background-
charisma thing.
Here, Elijah's not really. He's not a noble. He doesn't come from like a,
No.
heritage.
No, but I am, I know what a uniform looks like.
You wear a uniform.
Yeah.
Good job. So that makes sense. So you guys go walking into the castle on time, of course. By on time, I mean early. Walking into the castle and make your way over to the chamber. There's actually a large chamber with huge double doors. It's a large hallway that has a 90-degree turn to your right. And when you turn that turn, you can actually see that either side of the walls here have kind of like benches along them where you can sit and you can wait. And there's a large double doors at the far end where you can tell that they're rather thick, well-made, sturdy, ornate double doors that clearly lead to the throne room. There's 2 guards standing in front of the double doors, and of course the doors are closed.
Should probably wait for them to open them.
They do, Rena. So do they open them? Yes. So you guys just kind of like sit down and wait your turn. Cool. So while you're sitting there and waiting to have your conversation with the queen, waiting to be summoned in, you can see that there's other people that are, of course, sitting here as well. Maybe they showed up earlier. Maybe they just haven't had their opportunity yet and they're before you. Maybe this was, whatever it might be. While you're sitting there, you notice a few different people. But I want y'all to go ahead. And roll me a what's it called? Perception check. All 3 of you.
Can I use my Winifred's wisdom from last time?
Yes, you can. Yes, you still have
Or I
a
can
last one
hold
left
on to
over.
it. Can I hold on to it?
No, now you're using it. You just asked.
What I asked if I could. I didn't ask if I
No. Yes, you
would.
could, and then you saw 20, and you're like,
Roll normal, quick. Roll normal.
I was gonna try to. Oh,
That almost a 1.
That was
That's funny.
almost a 1. That was so close to a 1.
I was gonna try to quickly click the advantage on his character sheet. So, anyways,
I would have been mad at him.
so
Would've worked,
color
that's what I'm
balls.
saying.
So yeah, you while you're sitting there looking about, Elijah, something catches your eye. There's a gentleman that is sitting across the way. Who he himself just looks like another noble or what have you. That's not what stands out. It's actually the outfit that he's wearing. The colors catch you as striking. You recognize them pretty well. You think maybe that could be the gentleman that's supposed to come here from Valoran.
Where's Valorant?
Yeah, I'm very confused.
Isn't
right
that's the land that Rayran and them like ruled over or
now. Oh, a
whatever?
deer?
In a deer.
In a
Yes,
deer.
Valoran's their city-state.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Okay.
I always just thought of him as a deer.
That-
We
So it's
met- when we
probably a
met all the-
representative from their city
yes.
to talk about
Didn't we meet all the key players from a
what
deer?
happened.
There's
You
no
met-
NPCs left in a deer.
you met most of them. There's a very specific one you didn't meet.
I think we have a letter for them.
That's Arthur.
Oh.
Is it Arthur?
Oh.
You believe so?
Who does? Elijah?
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who did he when we got the letter for Arthur, who was it handed to in the originally?
I have it.
It's Rena.
Okay.
Cryptic
Because that was
donated for
given
coffee.
from Chris Allen.
Yay!
Okay. I'll go talk to
I need a coffee button.
Arthur from Red Dead Redemption.
What is a coffee button?
It's some I've
A
seen it
button that
on
has a
like
coffee on it.
Donation.
it's like buy me coffee and it's like specifically for that.
It's
Oh.
a donation button for like $1 or something.
Oh, that's cool. I'm the best at streaming. I'm the most best. I'm the most beautiful professional.
Professionalist.
Yep. So
Talking?
Messi, you were saying?
I'm gonna go talk to Arthur.
Okay, so you go walking up to the gentleman, and as you're walking over, Arthur's actually a relatively keen person. So you're heading his direction. He notices it, and looks up and says, "Hello. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. May I inquire as to who it is the 3 of you are?"
I'd probably sit down. I imagine this room's kind of large and there's people here and not everyone's talking. It's probably pretty quiet, right? As they all wait patiently.
Yep, correct. It is literally, he broke the silence.
Okay, so I'd probably sit down next to him, and like offer a hand to the side, and be like whisper talking, quietly. I'm Elijah Pearson. I think I know of you. Are you from Valoran? Did I say that right?
He nods and says, "Indeed, I am." Who is it that I have the pleasure of meeting with? Elijah Pearson of Malta?
Yes, Mistral Pearson.
Mistral of the mages that serve the wall.
Yes, yeah. Well, I would have. But actually I was in a deer not too long ago. And I've been traveling, and I ran into someone who wanted me to give you something. What was his name?
This sounds dangerously similar to lead up. He says this sounds dangerously like the lead up to an assassination. Says, should I be worried?
In this chamber, I wouldn't. What was the guy's name? Was it who gave us the letter? Was it Oscar
it
or
was the
Laszlo?
Ruby. What's her name? It's
Ravina.
Ravina.
Oh.
Ravina gave it to us for Arthur.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't look at it.
No,
Nope.
she told us not to read
Okay.
it.
That's right. Okay, so I'll beckon Reyna to come over with the letter.
I will.
I'm assuming you have it. This is Reyna the Destroyer.
He looks over at her. Hello, Rena. My name is Arthur. Arthur, hopefully the Peacemaker.
Well, Arthur, hopefully the Peacemaker, we have a letter for you. Rena, can you take it up?
I'll pass
Takes
the
out a knife.
letter.
As you ask the letter, he says, Freyam. Arthur Freyam. And he takes the letter. He looks it over and says, it does have the Valoran crest.
Ruby gave it to us.
I
I wish I could remember what the name was that you just said, but I can't.
Ravina.
So. Ravina, that's it. Thank you, Rena.
See, the Ruby gave it to us.
Which
A
one?
Ruby. I said a Ruby.
No, so you say Ravina gave it to us. And he goes, oh, a message from Ravina. And then he kind of stops and looks at you and says, nothing too dire, I hope.
She instructed us not to read it.
Well, I'm going to roll a sense motive on that one because...
That's not in 5e.
Nope. I rolled a 15 plus 10, but you can imagine it's not actually a plus 10 when you convert. He looks up at the two of you guys who you would know some of the information on that letter because, you know, what just transpired inside of Valoran. And he would look up at you and say, oh. He looks up at the guards and says, excuse me for a moment. And he stands up and paces away from the double doors and not quite around the corner, but over to that area near to the windows that are over there where there's a bit more light. He cracks the seal and he opens it up and starts reading it, recognizing that he's the only one doing any like emotive action inside the hallway. He kind of like looks up and says, it's a love letter from my sweet, and then continues to read.
And then it blows up.
Insight.
Wait,
I'm
insight that?
insighting that.
Feel free, you guys.
Ugh, never mind.
I'm doing my wisdom here.
Toss a coin to your...
Hey, this is a Witcher.
God damn it! I do Winifred's wisdom and roll a 3 and a 2.
Well,
Okay, Elijah.
carry the team. Carry the team. So you're the Celsior of this party. So anyways, you are
Wait, is that Wade or is that Patrick?
It's
That's Celsi.
It's Celsior.
Oh.
Celsior, can you?
Oh yeah, that's
can you say
the
hi in
Vulcan.
chat?
If you're here, Cel.
Cel's always here. Bueller.
Stop
Oh,
saying my
hi,
name,
Josh.
Scott.
So anyways, you looking at him, Elijah, kind of getting a read of what he's saying. You can clearly tell he's playing it off. But then again, it's not much of a surprise based off the interactions you had to assume that she encoded the message that was written. So He's playing off whatever it is he's reading. But as you continue to watch him, trying to be discreet, you notice that he seems to have a tone change. His shoulders slowly slump down. He stops moving, kind of like his whole body's frozen as he continues to read down. At one point in time, you can clearly tell he stopped reading the page as he's like frozen for a couple moments, and then turns it over to the second page of the letter, and then continues to read. Then eventually it finishes, and he very slowly, very meticulously folds the letter up and puts it back into the envelope. His back is to you guys this whole time, of course, but he takes a slow and steady breath, kind of like readying himself, and he turns around and says, "Seems as though we've parted ways."
You're muted.
Sorry, I was just cursing Josh's name. In his bloodline.
He's from Florida.
We'll
It's already
look
cursed.
to Elijah and just say, "Am I allowed to speak?"
Josh, we're related? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah,
He'll
of
simply
course.
say, "Did she leave you for a woman?"
He looks at you and says, "Oh, worse, a convent." And tucks the letter into his side and says,
There's nothing wrong with being left for a woman.
Well, Arthur, you know how the gems can be at times. Probably shouldn't say that.
Yeah, exactly. He walks up and places a hand on your shoulder and says, "Some gems rather not be polished."
Was that Cryptic's arm? Cryptic arm reveal?
I just noticed it too.
Wait,
It's
where's
like,
Cryptic's arm?
oh.
Party.
Cryptic arm reveal.
He's like slowly trying
Somebody
to close
clip
the door.
it. Clip it. Clip
I
that
want to
arm
see
reveal.
Cryptic.
arm
Oh, I
reveal.
see a hand.
Oh!
There's his hand!
Oh!
Hand reveal! Hand reveal!
Oh!
I do that.
Cryptic only
Oh
arm.
my God, Chris.
Cryptic
Oh,
only arms
boy.
coming soon
Oh,
to an
boy.
OnlyFans near
Don't
you.
do that.
Cryptic, can we get some thigh? Cryptic, can we get some thigh? I want
He's
to
gonna-
Oh, now we get a
Oh!
finger. Oh, a finger and a shadow. A finger and a shadow. Party.
Next thing you know, he's gonna tweet out himself breathing on Twitter.
He's gonna do a Twitter voice record and it's just him breathing. Yeah.
Onlyhands.com. Oh boy.
Can we? How do we know
Corpse
Cryptic
rest.
isn't corpse with how little we see of him?
Well, we don't know what
He's
either of
not.
them look like, so they have to be the same person. You're right.
Exactly.
Oh my god. Anyway,
I have hacks because I know what Cryptic looks like. but-
Come on.
well, you saw through walls.
Jump. Do I have to pick you up? Come on. Don't be such a rip. Up.
I could honestly try and draw him from memory, but it wouldn't be good.
I kind of want to see that.
I don't even know what he looks
It's
like.
gonna be like a Pokemon.
Oh, there you go.
Like AG's drawing.
I totally haven't seen,
Drawing from memory.
I totally haven't seen wedding photos or anything.
Oh, yeah.
Am I the one who doesn't know what he looks like? Oh, you know what? I have seen him. I saw him on Venmo.
Oh, yeah.
That's creepy.
Yes, sir.
Is it a picture of him
Wait,
or
wait,
of
hold on,
us?
hold
That's
on.
weird.
Messi, are you the kind of person that opens up the profile picture on things like Venmo?
When it's Cryptic.
I can't
I
believe
had to send him $1,000. I had to make sure it looked what he looked like, you know?
I thought
That's a
I thought you
risk-
signed the
that's a risk.
non-disclosure agreement. You
Yeah,
weren't
he
supposed to
stole me.
tell
I
him
mean, he
about
bought me
the
some stuff.
$1,000 or what you paid him for.
Jeez.
He bought me some.
It may have
stuff.
involved that hand you just saw. What?
Oh, jeez. Ow. Okay.
I just looked at it again, Rena. You're definitely in that photo.
I think I know which one it is.
She's like, well, yeah,
It's
we
from
have
a
to make the
couple
photo look good.
It,
A couple years ago.
it looked like an
Josh goes,
engagement
the hand
photo.
is enough for me.
Is it? Oh.
Fair.
Oh.
Maybe.
Can we get back
You're
into
doing like the... No, hold on. She's doing like the...
Oh God! Oh wait, no!
I know,
Oh my God!
Cryptic, I
That
know,
is
I
the year we
saw.
got engaged. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Ah, so cringe.
I mean,
Yeah, I wasn't going to say anything.
you.
Anyway.
Oh, God.
Oh, Arthur. That's his name.
I just realized my nose is beat up from wearing a mask all day. Look at that.
Oh,
You want to punch it?
sucks.
Oh, poor thing. Oh, well.
Yeah, because you have to wear it like under your glasses.
Yeah, well, I also, mine has like a bridge on it because
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it has like a hard plastic spot right here. But either way, so
Sorry to hear that, Arthur. Honestly, I'm sorry.
he nods and says, "Yeah, I'd love to have an opportunity to maybe catch a drink with a friend to discuss, you know, if you don't mind, you know." And I know with the guys, he says, maybe meet a new girl, tossing a sly look over at Rena.
So, Arthur, what are you waiting for the crown for?
He says, unfortunately, I can't discuss such matters. That's important
Sure.
state business.
So, remind me, he's a government agent or something. He does something for the Adir crown or
Hold on.
parliament or whatever.
Wait,
He came from Valorant.
Hold on.
So
What
probably
is his-
representative.
what's his job?
Hold up.
He's advisor.
What?
Brittany, are you in? Are you on my laptop?
Scott.
Yeah.
She's making sure you're being good, Scott.
Brittany, you're on the laptop, and to be clear, you guys get the reference. I'm not one-handing this. Well, at
Hey,
least
Brittany, I
Messi has
just
the
want you to
reference.
know that.
I don't know. Yep.
Mm.
Nah. I don't know if Rena stuck around for that conversation. on
Wait, you
Wednesday.
took really good with your feet.
I was, yeah.
Okay,
I remember.
I
Brett,
was
Hi,
can we
Britt.
trade up for you on the next episode?
Oh.
I'll throw you in a lake. Oh my god. See, that's revenge
She admits
for your
it.
daughter.
She admits it. It wasn't Scott. It was Brit. It was Brit.
God.
Oh god.
I gotta call someone.
Oh god, we got the
I'm gonna
wrong
call Scott.
person.
No, I'm not gonna call Scott.
Okay.
I wanna talk to
He's
him.
literally so confused.
I was staring at my phone like, is it gonna ring? Brittany.
I should call Wade.
Brittany. My love. My sweet. God, it's making me gag. My buttercup blossom booty.
He wants ice cream, Brit. That's really what it is.
No,
I'm not making coffee.
that's all the way at the.
The response is already in chat.
Pretty.
She said, "I'm not making coffee."
Pretty.
I was
Brittany,
trying
my
to haggle
love.
you down to.
My spouse. Is
You guys are
is that a
married?
good thing? Well, I mean, I never wear proof, but you know. Pretty.
Oh, you're not.
We're
okay,
not
good.
married.
Could you Brett? Could you make me coffee? Hey guys, if you ask her, maybe she'll do it for you.
Brit, I heard you're turning into a little bit of a PC gamer.
Brett,
Didn't you
hold
say you were
strong.
playing a game
Hold
with her?
strong.
Cryptic, you sound like everybody's sugar daddy.
Oh, what did Cryptic say?
He literally
Well,
said,
coffee.
I
Be
gave him money
strong.
so he could DoorDash the coffee.
I have to download the app.
Oh, wow.
There's a website. There's a website too. Josh said, "Don't get him coffee, and I'll bring you coffee."
But Brett, if you deny him
I was
tonight,
just playing the stocks here.
I will bring you whatever coffee you want next time we see each other. Josh, are you trying to? What are you trying to do here, Josh?
Next time we see each other,
Josh, what is this?
mm,
What is this?
They're making
does that
that sound
mean?
Just
so
why is she gonna
sus.
That
need the
sounds
coffee.
really sus.
Josh,
for sure.
why is she gonna need the coffee? What is she gonna need that energy for, Josh?
hey
What's that
Josh,
all
you should
about,
come back.
Josh? Josh, get your wife. Go get your wife. Put her on the Twitch.
Show her the screen, Josh.
Josh, you show your
He's gonna
wife
be
your
like,
cell
what the
phone.
fuck?
All right, so
What's Arthur's job again? Can you remind me?
Jimmy to the moon.
To the moon, baby.
You didn't even
Diamond
try.
hands.
Diamond hands.
So let's take a
That's what
poll.
you say.
All right, okay, yeah, let's do a poll. Should Britt make Scott coffee? Hold on, let's take a poll. Poll.
He's gonna rig it.
Should
No,
Boomer
I won't
Scott
ring- I won't
learn
ring it,
how
I
to
won't
use
ring it.
DoorDash?
If we do a poll, can we do a prediction at the same time so I can predict what the result will be?
Yes, go ahead.
Yes. It'll be rigged.
Okay. It's a 2-minute poll. And we'll do one of these. Okay, are you ready? Let's do this. We're doing this poll like a hedge fund. Okay? We're doing this poll like a hedge fund. Should Britt make Scott coffee? Mind you, chat, I want you to know, if Scott has coffee, he'll most likely be on track. And he'll record more Patreon videos after the session's over. Because I'll be awake.
Prediction as well.
I can't vote because there's a prediction. Oh, there we go. I hit the thing.
So, more Patreon videos, and I'll be more on track. So, I'm just saying. I can't see the other one. Well, oh, now I can. So, what are you guys thinking? She should make me coffee, right?
I'm thinking you're about to win this election.
For sure. Yeah. Oh, yes. Yes. I still don't have a river. I can do auto. I'm gonna make you a river right now while we're waiting. Let's see. Do I have that open? Yep. My drive. Drag that over to this window, to this screen. Let's see. Kingmaker. City States. Patreon Kingmaker. Varen. I think it's Varen, not Varen 2. Let's see. Varen. Make sure this is the correct one.
Oh man, I'm a mod, so I can't predict.
Advisor tasks. No. Varen. Yeah, it's this one. Cool. So over
You can
here.
unmod yourself, Messy.
Nah, it's too late.
And your river is gonna go right here. And you can cry me it too. You can cry me this river. All right.
This particular river can be cried in.
Mm-hmm. And here we go here. And this is the most entertaining Dungeons & Dragons stream. There's your river. There you go, Otto. You have a river.
I like how we're watching the screen and there's nothing there.
Oh, no, you guys can't see it. Otto can.
Hey,
Okay,
Scott,
so-
take a look at the poll.
Okay, so it says yes, she'll make it. She should make it, yes. And I'm trying to see the poll. Where's the poll? Will, see details. See details. Why is it a no? Brittany. Brittany.
The prediction says no.
I know, but we don't care about the prediction. We want the. I mean,
Yeah, look at the results.
Brittany, this is democracy.
Look at the poll results.
I did see the poll results. How many points was it?
Take a look.
Hold on, I have to open it over here. Hold on. Manage poll. Oops. Manage poll. View results.
I held the line.
Messy.
I held the line for you, Scott.
Messy, 2,300. Jesus Christ! But that doesn't say which one you
No,
put them
no,
towards.
not 2,300,
20,000.
23,000.
But that doesn't say which one you where you
I
actually
put
voted to.
200 votes into yes.
You know, it doesn't say that.
230
It just
votes
said you
I
spent
put
2,000.
into yes.
This is you 23,000. Eye Shield spent 18,200. Silencio Steve spent 10,000. Xylemo spent 6,000. Summon Snake spent 4,800, and Bolito was 800. But it doesn't say where they were spent. Just saying. You guys could have been the only no's, and it was sea of yes.
It didn't show mine. It sucks.
Wait, who sobbed? Who was sobbing, Brittany?
Son of bitch.
Yeah, Rita. It only shows the top, the top ones. All right. So I'm just gonna get back into the game now. We're gonna play some Dungeons and Dragons at some point in time. If Brittany wants to come over, and shut the gate so the dog isn't staring at me and whining. Wherever she just went off to. And I'm just going to put in just one tiny slice of a request. Just like a tiny little thing. If you know where my slippers are, and wouldn't mind bringing those down too, just saying it would be appreciated by everybody. It's not necessary. It wasn't voted for or predicted on.
Scott, do you really want 30 people to just sit here and listen to you talk to your wife?
Well, I'd rather have 30 people sit here and watch you talk to a fake person with your fake person. Let's go fake people. He tossed side eye at Rena.
He's got a good point.
Oh yeah, he's asking you out for drinks, and then you were about to say something.
Yeah, I asked him if why he was here, and he said he couldn't tell me. And then I asked you, Scott, if you could remind me what his occupation was.
A grand diplomat.
For deer, right?
For Valorant, yes.
For Valorant, which is in a deer.
Correct.
Okay. Okay. Small talk then, because I think I know what's going on. How's Valorant doing these days, Arthur?
He says it's hard to think about that right now with how my my better half decided to have me severed. Some might say my better 3/4.
She tell you she wasn't bringing you coffee too.
He looks at you and says, I don't drink coffee. I drink tea because I'm a subpar character.
Now hold on just a second. Tea's good.
Tea's good.
Tea's
Coffee's
good.
better.
Tea's really good.
Oh, good point, Anna. That's Lander. I'm so sorry. He says yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. He says yes about drinking coffee. Okay, gotcha. With leadership in a deer being missing currently, there must be more hardships than normal around these times. Is that right? Does that sound about right?
It certainly can be rather difficult.
Did you come here for aid?
Discussions were made at some point in time in the past. Even a bit of aid tossed both ways some point in time in the past. And the relationship was beneficial for both parties included. So expanding that relationship is what we're always looking to do. As nations,
Are you
of course.
looking... Have you tried getting any military aid? Any soldiers stationed in your land?
Do you have any soldiers stationed in the land? He looks at you and says, multi soldiers. He says, there were when I left. If there are any longer, I do not know.
Is there turmoil? Some conflicts already?
He raises an eyebrow and says, weren't you just there? Or has the plague already been resolved?
The plague? You guys remember a plague?
I think I remember. Yeah, I think I remember what he's talking about.
The
It's
undead
the.
plague?
Didn't it just start?
Just
No,
ended.
It just ended.
ended.
Okay.
It ended.
Then
Yeah, a while
yes.
ago. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, so Elisha would look at him kind of shocked and be like, you mean the dead rising, right?
He nods.
That's been, that was no longer an issue when I was there. Been taken care of.
I'm glad to hear it. My, she didn't mention that as, one of the details in the reasons for our breakup. I thought she ran off with some corpse. Some slime.
Some corpse husband. The slime's gone too, by the way. That was also a while ago. When's the last time you were in Valorant?
Some time ago. It was difficult getting here.
Yeah, I know, Josh.
The slime is still there.
No. It was gone, right?
The gurgling mouthers.
That's not the slime he's talking about. He's talking about the slime in the waterways that Rayron solved and then got in season 1.
Oh, sorry,
I can tell you're not a real Kingmaker fan. That's fine.
Yeah, I don't watch any of the other campaigns.
Yeah, me either. I got spoiled on something yesterday. I had no idea. I was like, wait, he's what? Who's what? When?
He's talking about Rayron being,
Anyway,
well, you know.
slimed. He got Nickelodeon slimed. No, I'm talking about after that.
Keep going. Seriously, though, he says, and he places a hand on your shoulder again, this time with a little bit of a squeeze to it. Let's get drinks after.
Yeah, we'll find you when we're done, Arthur. We need to prepare, I think. So
I'm sure you know a quiet place somewhere where we can have a few drinks. Our man can contemplate the terrible decisions he's made and the ladies he's disappointed.
You say that as if there were many.
He looks at you and gives you like a glint in the eye, kind of sideways smile, and says, "There's always one more."
yeah, you take care, Arthur. We're just gonna go prepare quietly in the corner by ourselves.
Nods. And he goes back to where he was sitting, seemingly perturbed, probably because of the obvious breakup. I'll describe him to you, Rena. I have a full description.
I rolled for hot for your chair too the other day, and it's a really sexy chair.
Oh, well,
It's got a
thank you.
16 out of 18. So we were loving the chair stream.
Oh,
Everyone roll
if you
for hot.
want, I can switch to the chair.
Oh, never mind.
The
Just
chair
yeah,
can
we-
sit on me.
I want the chair. That's exactly. I don't even know who said it. I think it was Snaga. Snaga said that.
Oh, really? That was funny.
Yeah.
You see that?
Oh, is that
You ever
when
see that
is
Vine
when
of
I
the
had to
guy?
answer my phone because work called me
Yes.
on
Yeah.
my day off again?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sucks.
He's 5'10", 150 pounds, so he's a scrawny guy. 5'10", 150 pounds. He is rather lean, which it just says right there, with brown hair. His hair is like Geralt's in The Witcher 3, with sharp blue eyes. He tends
Who made this
to
guy?
wear darker colored clothes that are accented with purple or gold. He also wears an emerald brooch. Yeah, it's just very fine clothing.
Wow, Snaga, come on.
Yes, it's not. Stop being so aggressive, Joey. All right. So, you guys sit down to prepare. Do you guys have any side chatter, or do you just wait your turn at this point?
How long do you get those flares for the predictions? Is it there forever?
Probably just
The ones
like
that say
an hour or
predicted
two.
no, predicted yes.
Probably like
maybe.
an hour or two. Like the hype train's only 2 hours. You know.
Or it's like just for the stream, maybe.
Josh, he said 5'10", not 2'10".
What are you,
But,
what are you talking about? The prediction? What things?
In the chat, they have little emojis of whatever they predicted. Some say predicted one,
emoji
predicted
badges.
Oh,
And
yeah.
badges?
two. Yeah, whatever. They're emoji
Oh, it's
sized.
until it's chosen.
Wait, so it
until
hasn't
the
been
result
chosen
is
yet?
decision. No,
You
we
haven't
haven't.
picked a winner yet?
Yeah, because
We don't know if
we,
I have coffee.
we don't know
yet.
if he's gonna get coffee or not.
Yeah.
He's absolutely not gonna get
Oh,
coffee.
we don't know that. All I know is that Brittany sent me a picture of the dog with her watching us on stream. That's all I know. Is it
Oh, that's
Yeah.
nice. You gonna push the dog in too, Britt?
so
Coward.
See, there's a picture of the dog. Hold on. The camera wants to look at my face. There you go. The dog with
What's
Brittany
wrong?
watching
Britt
us
couldn't
on
find a frozen lake.
stream. So,
You
wow.
gonna fill up the bathtub with cold water?
She's probably not here anymore. She probably left.
I'm expecting a message in about 5 minutes or less. She's
So
like-
anyways,
Freaky fast Jimmy Johns.
I'll just
delivery.
I'll just give her my cell phone so she can text you, and then
No,
she'll start
that's-
threatening you on text.
No, that's cool. We'll just play the game.
She'll start calling you at like 4:15 in the morning just to wake you up.
So, Arthur's gone. That's great.
Okay, so you guys, like I said, any side chat, or are you just gonna jump to when the queen has the door open for you?
Quick side chat. Okay. Obvious. Rena, I just want to remind you guys not to speak unless directly asked. If you have something you absolutely have to mention, wait until there's a moment of silence or something. The nobility advisors and the queen really hate interruptions and chaos in their field. They have enough of it.
I
I-
understand the importance. I won't speak.
Just as I have done before we've even entered, I asked for permission. So
That
is-
that works too. I really, yeah. Just wanted to go over that one more time. Ophios, how do you feel about me speaking of your story?
I believe that story should be told by me, if anyone.
All right. If I am to tell it, I'll have you take the floor. Just
I will say you may, of course, mention the Lopers.
Yeah, but that was most of the plan. Very well. I got all my notes in order on my Samsung Note 20.
What is this magic tablet you have? It glows.
Oh, it's just a book.
Does the 20 exist yet?
21 exists right now.
Really? Did they skip
Yeah,
a
they
few
changed it to
numbers?
years.
Oh, okay.
They changed it to years, yeah.
Gotcha. They were like, COVID's doing so well by naming after the year. Yeah, let's follow suit. COVID's a real trendsetter. So,
Yeah, COVID trended pretty well in 2020.
Yeah,
so
it did.
let's copy that.
And it was the 2019, so just saying.
Hey,
All right.
guys. Buy Coca-Cola. It'll kill you. But only 4% of you. That's how you get trending.
Research is that it's only like less than 1%. It's like 1/100 as bad as the flu, and that the numbers are fake.
Really good impression.
Yeah, I thought so. Here's my better impression. Ready? Masks make it so you get CO2 poisoning.
Yeah, the problem with masks is that you breathe in your own sick, so you actually get sicker. So
Oh my
you
God,
should try sneezing in your hand.
I've literally heard somebody say
Take the
that.
mask off and then
I know.
sneeze.
I've literally heard somebody say they breathe in their own.
Take the mask off, sneeze into your hand, and then put the mask back on.
I've seen somebody
Wipe your
do
hand
that.
off on your friend's hands.
But somebody literally, I literally work with this woman that thinks that if you breathe your sick into the mask and keep it makes it so that the sickness makes itself worse.
It's triggering. Let's move on.
I'm just like, oh my God, do you not know how basic biology works? They teach this to fucking 5th graders. Oh my God.
Science? Yeah, okay. Try God. God's better than your science.
Oh God.
Sorry. Okay, real quick. I was watching. I started rewatching The Walking Dead with my girlfriend because she's never seen it, and we binged the first 2 seasons in a week, and we did like 3 episodes a day. And if you didn't know, the episodes are like 45 minutes long, so we're getting like almost 2 hours of Walking Dead content a day. No, 3. Yeah, over 2 hours.
I'm really
And,
hype about that. Where are
yeah.
you? Are you in season 2?
Season 3, episode 2.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. And I just want to say, they take the zombie plague in the beginning up until the whole mass infection, everyone starts dying, about the same as we took COVID in the beginning. Or sorry, we take COVID now, I should say, because in the beginning we were actually better about it. But yeah, it's like it's funny to see all the parallels between this TV show made in 2012 and 2020. Real life, it's funny. Anyway, we've been making a lot of jokes about it. It's funny. So,
The
is that
door's
Brit?
open.
Oh my God, Brittany typed a lot.
No, that's not Brittany. She can't type that fast. So
Oh,
yeah, Brittany types with swipe.
so that's your feet.
She's not the fastest ever. She graduated
That's
college
Neil. That's Neil.
like
Okay.
ages ago. So what was it saying?
I'm scared. We're ready for the chamber.
Doors, thank you. The doors open up. So the big double doors open up, allowing the like kind of like one of the court herald steps out and says, Elijah Pearson. It says Magister Mistral Elijah Pearson.
Stand up. Just my collar. Flatten out all the cat hair on me. You guys ready? Okay, and then we approach. Well, everyone who voted yes, looks like you guys were right.
All right, got to
Tyler,
put in
can you
the
end that
result.
prediction?
Hey, you
I
better
will.
buy
Thank
coffee for Britt with the money we sent you.
Oh, I will. Believe me.
Those who voted yes
Wow.
are the winners.
Congratulations, you guys held the line.
Brittany! Rita says I owe you really good coffee.
I'm buying.
She's buying.
What I'm really asking is, can I take you to coffee?
She actually just wants you to go
No.
without me.
No.
Oh, Scott, you don't need to be here for that.
Yeah. She wants to know
That's fine, I
if
got it.
her and Crypt can get together with me and you, but like me and Crypt can just fuck off.
15,000 channel points got split between 3 people.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Wow.
Guys, I don't think you understand. I say all the time, Brittany is the best. The absolute best. Doxy said on stream last night, I don't deserve Brittany. And she was correct. I do not. All right. Well done. This coffee's too hot for me at the moment. I'll wait. The doors open up, and they called Magister Mistral, Elijah Piercing, and his company.
Yeah. Okay. Again, stand up, straighten my collar, flatten the cat hair, and then I address the team, and the team says we're good, and then we go in.
I hear Triaxion. So you can start walking into the chamber. To describe the chamber, the chamber itself is a very large. So whereas most of what the hell is it called? Whereas most of them, Heplon and the Malta, as I've described beforehand, one of the things that stand out in your characters' minds, especially Ophios and Rena, one of the things that stand out in your characters' minds in a Malta is how safe you always feel. You guys feel so incredibly safe. Walking through the streets, walking from town to town, down whatever highways or roads, whatever it is you're taking. This place is very unlike your experiences in the world overall, pretty much anywhere you've been elsewhere. But in Heplon, it has that kind of like feeling of, it just feels run down, so on and so forth. Even the castle itself, while majestic, doesn't like have a certain je ne sais quoi, whatever that word is, a certain like vava. I don't know. But when you walk into the throne room, it's different. The way that it's lit inside there, I mean, it's lit by braziers and sconces, you know, that have fire inside them. But even those that burn, they seem to burn so evenly, so smoothly. Their lights coming out, again, very even with the ambiance. The decor they have on the walls, the bits of artwork and the banners and whatnot that are there, the colors just complement each other very well. Almost like somebody's like, no, your family line cannot have that color scheme. It's going to clash on the wall next to this family line. Like, it goes so well together, right? All the artwork does, the placement of it, et cetera, et cetera. Even inside there, the walls, the floors, all of the stonework and the masonry, it's pristine. You can see that the everything is completely clean. On the far side of the throne room, there is several steps up that lead to where an actual throne chair is. As you guys walk across the chair, you can see on the inner side of the doors, on the outside of the doors, you know, there are the 2 guards standing there. On the inner side of the doors, there are 2 guards standing there as well. You also notice a bunch of guards along the sides of the throne room that are walking there. Now, Messy, you know that these are royal guards. Royal guards are not just any guard, because they are privy to something that most people in all of Amalta are not. They're privy to the conversations had inside the throne room. They get to literally listen to the movers and shakers have these conversations. How to become a royal guard? These are people plucked, the best of the best of the best, who are the most loyal, most devoted, so on and so forth, from all branches of the military. So inside here, you could easily have Venators or Maguses and so on and so forth that are there, but they're all dressed in the royal guard motif as opposed to the branches that they came from, because they
Can I
were
ask one question about them?
Yes.
Do they ever are they ever dismissed? Do they ever leave, or are they in for every single meeting, no matter how secret, no matter how high, like top class it is, no matter what officials they are? These guys are always there.
Is this a question for Elijah or a question for Messi?
What?
In game answer or out of game answer?
Just tell me what Elijah would know.
They're always there.
Okay.
So they're absolutely, they're always there as far as Elijah knows, and because it's a throne room and you can't desecrate the throne room, they're always there, even if the queen is not. This is like a royal guard. They always guard the two guards outside the doors, 2 guards inside, so on and so forth. They're always there. So anyways, you, though different people, you know. Anyways, so you go walking in. You also see standing on either side of the queen, which you can imagine can get a bit exhausting because they don't have chairs. But standing on either side of the queen are the various nobles to the queen. I just realized that apparently Roll20's server is... no, it's gone. It's pointed at it. the various nobles are standing there. You have High Lord Tidric Brintel, High Lady Elise Isaac, High Lord Garrett Bombo, High Lord Ishmael Qatar, High Lord Rowan Orville, High Lady Nadia Krofsk, and then High Lady Arcium. You guys know who Arcium is, of course. But most importantly, the woman that you see sitting on the chair, so young, but yet so majestic looking. She sits there poised, straight back, not flinching, every movement, every still part of her giving the kind of like eeping royalty. I mean, and she is an imposing figure for being not terribly tall, standing at only 16 years old, standing at a little over 5 feet, maybe like a 5'2", 5'3" if she were standing. Rather thin build, ebony skin, sharp green eyes. Like, she is an imposing figure that definitely kind of eeps royalty, right? So as you walk forward and stop at Elijah, you would know where to stop, but it's pretty, everybody gets kind of the idea, except for, I suppose Ophios wouldn't, but Ophios is keen enough to see his friend stopping. We've got most of Ophios back now at this point. Anyways, so as you guys go walking in and kind of come to a stop, then you hear the herald announce a second time. Magister Mistral, Elijah Pearson and company, accompanied by Rena, known as Rena the Destroyer, and Ophios.
And the crowd goes,
As you stand there, oh, my apologies, there's one more person in there too. There's also Octavius.
Yeah, I was going to ask about him. I was like, oh, is he sick? Should I not have told him all that shit because he dipped?
Ophios will simply, like, quietly say to you, you guys have cool, like, extra names. Why don't I have any cool extra
You'll
names?
learn yours one day. Shut up. Remember when I said not to talk?
He wouldn't do that because he said not to talk. He would just.
He'd be
This
thinking
is
it
me
little
out of
hard,
character
like,
making jokes.
On his face, he'd be like,
So after a few moments of silence,
Ophios the egg sounds pretty cool. Maybe I'll get that passing around.
after a few moments of silence, not like dragging, not like uncomfortably long, maybe a little uncomfortable for those that aren't familiar with it, but for Elijah, not uncomfortable at all. The queen finally speaks. She draws her breath and says,
Should I bow?
"No, you guys did your appropriate kneel and whatnot."
Curtsy? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Ophios the double born. Ophios the reborn. Those are good.
Actually, yeah, Ophios the Reborn is sexy as Fluffy.
That's awesome.
And by Fluffy, I do mean Enrique Iglesias.
Like pancakes. You rolled a 20?
Oh my god.
I said Enrique Iglesias. I don't think that's his name.
Gabriel?
Gabriel Iglesias. It's not Enrique. I was like, where does
That's
that
what I heard. I
from?
heard Gabriel, so maybe I'm crazy too.
Oh, well, that's what I wanted to say. So if I said Enrique, oops. If I didn't, oops.
I think I just heard Iglesias and just assumed you said Gabriel before that.
Because I said
wasn't
Fluffy.
what it was.
Yeah. Which makes
Yeah.
sense. We'll just assume I said the right thing because I'm awesome. So after a couple moments and you guys knelt and whatnot, and you would have taught them beforehand. After you guys go in there, she draws a breath and says, "Please stand, Magister. You have served the throne long enough and well enough, with many accolades. We do not need you kneeling for an incredibly long time. Thank you for all of the services that you have done for my family, for myself, and most importantly, for our nation. We owe you a debt of gratitude. Now, I understand that you come here today with your companions after spending a considerable amount of time beyond our borders, seeing the world's hopefully beyond Paradise itself to what wonders or splendors it has to offer. But you return with a bit of urgency.
Yes. Before I divulge the months of research I've collected, I would like to say I met on the road a mage hunter. A mage hunter named Oscar.
Venator.
Oh, a Venator named Oscar.
What's his last name? Is it like McFinney, McCoffney,
I don't.
McLeod?
I would know, but
McAllister.
McAllister sounds
McDonald's, McFadden.
What?
Oscar McDonald's.
McDonald's.
McGruffin?
McGruffin.
Oscar McFatty McBatty.
McCoughlin.
Ooh.
McCollin.
McCocken.
McCoffin.
McColkin.
Coughlin.
Yeah, McCollin.
Yeah, so he's saying all these last
Oscar
names
McCollin.
like
Oscar
McLaughlin, Oscar McCoffin.
I think it is
Oscar
McLaughlin. Just to be clear, I think it is McLaughlin.
McLaughlin. Anyway, Magoo. I met
Magoo.
Oscar, the Venator, and he wanted me to report back his status to you as well. I don't know if you want me to do that first or save it for after, but we'll have much to discuss when I start. So I was hoping to get this out of the way quickly, if you wouldn't mind. My Highness. Your Highness. Shit. My Hiney, Your Highness.
You know what's funny is Aurora, I wish I was joking. Aurora literally says, My Highness. And I'm like, she'll come up to you, she's like, Daddy, I brought you your water, My Highness. And I'm like, no, you say Your Highness. She goes, no, you're My Highness. And I'm like, they're Your Highness. You know, you're the king. You're My Highness. I'm like, okay. So what are you? I'm the queen. Mommy's the princess. That's not how this works. That's not how this works.
No, actually, no, nip that one right now.
My Highness.
Yeah. Does anyone remember what Oscar told me to say? Because I asked him and he doesn't remember either. Was it just a status report to be like, oh, everything's good. He's in a deer and he's doing well. And he found some stuff for the library and whatnot. Didn't remember? No?
I was not privy to that conversation.
What is this?
No, I messaged him about it. I messaged Josh about it. Neither of them knew. Anyway, I think Oscar just wanted to give it. Oh, yeah, I didn't even think about that. I messaged Will, and then Will told me to ask Josh, and Josh said I don't know, so I gave up. Anyway, Will, whatever you wanted me to say, I say here. I think it was just saying Oscar made it to a deer and he did this or whatever. He wanted me to let you know that this happened. I'm assuming with the statue in the town, and I don't know, something like that.
Cool.
Yeah, not very important, but he did ask me to do it. I did promise him I'd do it. So
Let's
I'm doing
just
it.
keep moving on. We're breaking the flow.
I just really want Josh to know. Josh,
okay.
Are you here still?
Do I have to put him in the
I'm
waiting
looking out for your
room
team, Josh.
when it's his turn to talk?
No, please.
Why don't you
okay.
do me a favor for delivering the message for them? Why don't you go ahead and roll me a persuasion?
Sure. See how mad she gets about it? Oh, I have a 0. Okay.
Wow. Oh, I'm
Almost
staring. I'm
almost
staring at the. I was
19.
like, how'd you get a 25? I'm looking at Arthur. What did
Luck
you get?
it? All right.
A
I'll luck
9.
it.
A solid 9.
11.
Okay. So she
doesn't care.
nods and
Great.
says, I appreciate you delivering this information. She looks over
Oh!
to one of the nobles.
Josh, is that what it was? He's gathering an alliance and he's on his way home. There you go.
She nods and says, I appreciate your informing me of this information. I'm curious what it will bring to us in the future. But for now, she looks at one of the nobles. It has been noted and will be handled appropriately. But we're not here to speak of Oscar. We're here to speak of you.
You're correct. Yes. So as you know, or many of you here may know, many of you may not, I am a magister that was supposed to be assigned to the wall, but it seems the wall had taken care of itself, and I was relieved. I wanted to do something to further the country, so I was sent to Momley to investigate Rena the Destroyer and her rebellion within Paradel. Just so we're all on the same starting point here. During that time, I've made a numerous amount of discoveries, as well as met 2 very fine warriors and companions, and other companions as well. So without further ado, let me grab my notes here. Okay. There is a threat to Amulta in Paradel in the form of lopers. These lopers are not the lopers you may have heard of if you're here. And thinking What am I talking about?
The Lopers that are on the far east, northeast, and yep.
The Daleland Lopers, not the Daleland Lopers.
From Angband. Yeah, not from Angband.
These are Lopers of Paradale. The Kringal family is a very notable, high-ranking Loper family, as well as other commanders, high-ranking officers, strong warriors, and magicians. And then I don't want to do the whole thing. I'll basically just talk about what Lopers are, and that they do space and time magic, as discussed in the last 3 weeks. We've done this like 3 times now. So I'll just kind of give them the laydown as to what Lopers are. If they have any questions, Scott, if you think one.
She will follow up with as you explain this out, and not a single person interrupts you. Not a single person says or does anything whatsoever. Aside from watching you guys at various reactions, so on and so forth.
Is the commander guy here, like our army guy?
Bombo.
Is he here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm just curious as to his reaction to all that too.
You can roll an insight check on that, sir, man, boy, sir.
Perfect. He's the guy I really wanted to watch as I told that info.
Ooh.
Fuck. All right. Well, never mind. Can't read him.
Yep, you're not very good at this.
You're also the only one that would know who to look at and what you're looking for, so.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Oh, you know, I just realized, Crypt, if you're still in chat, I'm gonna get her cappuccino and churros. Okay. Does that sound good?
Is there a story around that?
Like a home? Yeah, there's this really good Italian, Central American fusion place.
Oh, okay.
Like not far from here. It's like really good.
Cool.
So it's like cappuccino and churros, like so good, so good there. That'll make her happy. Is that good? Do I get the thumbs up? Okay.
You give my thumbs up.
Tell me I don't know how to satisfy my wife. I'll give her the churros if you know what I'm saying.
I just give her
Honestly, you
food.
said churros, and I was like, "Fuck, that sounds good." Like literally, I want churros. I don't
Rory
know,
brought
chocolate
them
or
up
something.
today,
Oh.
and fancy.
Well, apparently she's still here. That
They're
means I'm
fancy.
locked into it. That means she's up there going, "Bitch, it's already closed. When am I getting this shit?"
She's already looking at the menu.
Yeah.
What am I gonna get when we go?
Teeny churro. All right. Wait, no. I just realized that was a reference to. Oh.
You walked into that one.
Oh.
The world's smallest
You ran into
churro.
that one head first.
Oh. I know. I was like. All right.
Can't find it.
Gosh darn it! Now I'm craving donuts.
Oh no, churros are way better. Unless they're good donuts, which I like. Not good donuts. Like I don't like artisan donuts, but that's different.
Just move on.
Yeah. So she.
What's the queen feel about donuts?
Excuse me.
Ooh.
That's what the royal lady feels about donuts. Okay.
The thing is,
Guards,
I
you
can
ought to forget this
already
ever happened.
envision the smell of that, and it's awful.
Kill everyone who heard me burp, guards.
And then yourselves.
Yes, my queen.
So
I don't take orders from a burper.
Back to the game. You divulge. Ah, shit! I'm spilling coffee in my crotch.
Dude, come on. You gonna sue McDonald's now? Come on, dude.
So you you divulge the information. She looks at you. You see Bombo's expression, and it's stoic. So she looks at you and she says, "This is a considerable amount to take in, and I assume this is why you brought your 2 companions with you, as trading secrets like this with this. Sharing secrets like this with the state would be of the utmost importance, and perhaps something you'd want to do in private. What parts do they play in this?"
My companions. She's asking about what my companions.
What part do they play in this? Correct.
Well, they have witnessed every event of Lopers that we have seen. They were with me when we went to their training temple, and before me, they had fought and killed a couple, maybe a handful of Lopers on their own.
We killed all 3 before you, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
So 3.
So this is your source of information.
I've seen it with my own eyes as well.
My apologies. Prior to your experience, First-hand
Yes.
experience. She looks at the two of you and says, "Is this how you got your title, Rena the Destroyer? Or is it from your activities as a terrorist?"
And so when she addresses you and speaks to you and asks that question, Elijah would turn and look at you and be like not like, yeah, like, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, she would be looking out for that. Obviously, she wouldn't say anything until you were like, yeah. She'll just say, yes, Your Grace.
What evidence do we have beyond your first-hand accounts that such a thing exists?
Do we still have the skull? Do we?
What?
We do?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm pretty sure we
Is
do.
it in the hole?
No, I think
We
she
would have
has it.
reorganized it into my haversack.
Okay, great.
Because
Once we got across the line, we
Ophios is pretty keen on keeping that shit to himself.
So I guess I would ask Ophios to take out the skull while I rummage through my papers and find the sketches I had done in whatever session.
It takes all of 2 seconds. He reaches into the bag and it pops into his hand. He pulls it out.
Yeah, and I'm like, shit, fuck, it's in. The skull. Whoa.
While you're shit fucking, she looks over to one of the guards, and the guard will immediately walk over to you, collect the things that you guys have produced, and bring them up to the throne. She takes them and looks them over, reading them, kind of like giving them a cursory read. And the skull she does not take. She just looks at it without amusement. It's just kind of like a blank face to it. And you can see that Lady Arceum clears her throat and then takes a half step forward, and she looks over at Lady Arceum. And Lady Arceum actually kind of chimes in and says, I can validate their statements. This evidence that they produced before you is in fact real. While I did not look at this evidence myself, I have seen other evidence that they've produced to me in private prior to this meeting. She looks back at the three of you.
Lady Arson, if you wouldn't mind.
He wouldn't say anything, but he'd nod at her.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Sorry.
Lady Arson, if you wouldn't mind, could you please tell me whether or not the skull or the papers are any kind of illusionary magic on them?
She gives you a little bit of a cross look as you're asking her to do like lesser bidding, but she nods and says, "Of course," and looks back and says, "Your Majesty, may I?" "Of course." And she goes into the incantation, looks them over, and completes saying, "There is no illusionary, transmutive, or any other magics on any of these items here. There isn't even anything cast upon them to preserve them. They're in their natural state." The queen hands the hands the papers back to the guard, who then walks over to Lady Arceum, hands them to her, who will kind of like put them down nearby to herself. And she looks down at the three of you and says, "How are we going to?" She says, "Do we have a means of detecting them? Their whereabouts? How powerful they are?"
Elijah will turn to Ophios and nod.
If I may, Your Majesty, yes. I have a particular set of skills that allow me to do such a thing.
It's a particular set of skills.
I know. I did it on purpose, Scott.
I have a particular set of skills.
Let's just say it involves some donuts.
And I'll kill you.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I ruined it. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Particular set of skills that will...
As Lady Arceum has been made aware, I am able to see their magics where others cannot.
And how is it you're so so capable of doing this?
Ophios actually looks to Rena and Elijah in this moment, and he's like...
Yeah, Elijah's staring at you like... You gonna do it?
He does so in a very cautious manner. He kind of takes a knee and sighs as he does so and pulls his hood back.
You pull your hood back, and you can see there's a few gasps or reactions. Bombo even grabs at a blade. The soldiers do not, because the queen did not give a signal to do so. You notice that while all the other nobles react, roll me an insight check, sorry.
All of us?
All of you may roll an insight, yes. Yes, ma'am.
I'm assuming... No, I won't assume anything.
Ooh.
Hey, that's great. Good job,
Oh,
team.
you guys are sexy. Who, if not all of you, want to luck die to see how good you can be?
I really want
want me
to
to do
because
it?
this is really important for me. to
Okay, yeah.
know.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I would let Tyler for sure.
So mine becomes a 22.
And if you
him and I are
want
both
to messy,
22s.
you can.
Yeah. 'Cause I'm sure you want
This,
to know
do you
as
is
well.
this an important one? You think I should try to hit 25
I would
for? I got a
think so.
50-50.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. 20,
24.
24. No, 25.
Okay.
Oh, well.
You guys notice, because all of you got over 20, right?
Yeah.
All of you got at least 21. Cool. You guys actually notice that everybody reacts except for 3 of them.
Lady RC?
One of them is kind of like, it's so subtle, you almost didn't notice that they didn't react. But Lady RCM doesn't react, of course.
Mhm.
The Queen doesn't react, and Octavius doesn't react.
Hmm.
Everybody else
Did we
does.
show Octavius?
No.
Huh. Odd. I kill Octavius. No.
So they all react except for her, and she looks at you and says, "Is this an affliction, or something that you were born to be?"
It's his race. He and his people are, well, they look snake, but they're very much people like you and me, and they hunt lopers. It's their job. That's their life.
To somebody who perhaps isn't familiar with lizard folk, they might assume that you are one. I've had many dealings with lizard folk, however, and I can see that you are clearly something else. You said snake, some sort of relation to a serpent.
I suppose, yes. I am what is deemed Slacona. We are a secretive
Farmers.
species that, if not for our hidden nature and our ability to avert sight, would likely no longer exist due to lopers.
You're a secret race. That's a little bit to take in, as you can imagine. How is it you're able to remain secret? How long have you been around? Did you recently come into existence? I have many questions. If you could please fill me in on the details.
Ovios kind of grits his teeth and is just like, we have our means. If you don't mind, Your Grace, I would like to keep some knowledge to myself.
She nods, like a kind of a borderline bow with how deeply she nods to that, and says, "I'm sure these secrets are what allowed you to stay and stay in the shadows and act with the degree of success that you have until this point. Divulge what you're what you're willing to."
We, as a species, are hatched. Many of us do not live to adulthood as we are trained. We are trained to survive and to do our purpose, which is to hunt these lopers. From what I have been told from our subspecies that is known more for their historians, I have been the most successful that has ever been of existence. And I say this not to stroke my own ego, for I only recently regained my memories. Thank you again, Lady Arceum. Anyway, with that said, we as a species were formed, possibly created, who knows. The only thing I know is I was born and trained with a purpose to hunt down these lopers and rid them from this world. For their purpose is to seek power, to seek land and control endlessly and forever. Innately, I am able to detect their magics, read them, track them, figure out where they are, and kill them.
That's quite a bit to take in. Again, created, as you say, for this.
I know not our race's history, but there were things that were said in the temple in which we had walked in that alluded to such things.
Things that were
these
said by
lopers were
who?
created.
She says, actually interrupting you. First time anybody has heard her interrupt anybody.
Right. I'll take over here. Thank you. There was a temple where we believed the Lopers were trained. If you showed me a map, I could show you where it is in Paradise. It's fairly deep within the core, but and then he'll tell basically what happened to them in the temple. Not necessarily who they ran into, like Rayrin and all them, but he would mention Abstergo 13. He would mention that.
Okay. So
Unless one of you guys stopped him, if you guys didn't want him doing that, then. But yeah.
Nobody stops him. Nobody says anything.
Cool.
Okay. So yep, you kind of give the information, like everything that transpires there, and she thinks on it a good bit, like while you're talking about it or whatever. And after you're done, she'll say, "This temple inside a deer, are there more than one that you've been able to locate, or just the one?"
There's keen eye glances at Elijah of like, basically he's trying to say, limit this information without saying that, because Lady Arsium had asked before, and he was like, I will divulge this after I think on it and spend time, because her desire to study it.
Yeah, but I don't want to lie to the queen.
Do what your character would do. Just know that's what Ophios would be doing.
Yeah. Okay. There are others, but we were only able to enter that one. Not sure what the others contained.
She nods.
Or where they are.
She nods in understanding and says, my camera's over here. I'm literally on Amazon right now buying a fan. It'll be here on Monday. I'm so annoyed.
Fog.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, since you're doing that, I would also mention
okay, go ahead.
in the conversation when at some point where he has the mic, not to interrupt at all, would bring up the fact that 3 people were not surprised by, or well, 2 that were not surprised by his reveal.
Which 2?
The queen and the other person.
Lady Arsium?
Not Lady Arsium, the other one.
Oh, Octavius.
Yeah.
So how would you say that?
He would just simply say, am I not the first you've seen?
To
Oh,
them?
back to when you were talking. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Octavia,
real quick,
sorry,
retcon.
Lady Arsium was surprised when you saw her before.
Right.
She
He's
was
talking about
surprised.
Octavius and
Correct,
the queen.
but I'm saying it more
specifically
to-
asking them
Oh, gotcha. So
why they weren't surprised.
Gotcha. So we have to work that into conversation with actually role play, because that's kind of. Oh, let's just actually let's say that you didn't say that yet, and you can bring it up in the future,
Okay,
just so it
that's
happens
fair.
more naturally. Yeah, because you're probably even building courage to say such a, But anyways, so you fill up the information, so on and so forth. The only one we're able to enter, blah blah blah, and she nods and says, "Do the parent have access to this location? Are they aware of its whereabouts?"
No. The temples have long since been abandoned.
So does that mean the Lopers that exist today are not the same Lopers, or maybe perhaps lost the detailed records of their ancestors?
When we were there, we only found ancient corpses and strange time beings. They seemed upset at our presence. I don't know if they're related.
My apologies, time beings? And she actually kind of leans forward ever so slightly and looks to her left and says, Lord Bombo, could you please inform the court what it was that you had told me some months ago? And he kind of narrows his eyes and says, Your Majesty, here. And she says, I did say the courts, did I not? There were reports by several soldiers of creatures that seemed to not exist, but could from time to time. A couple soldiers even went MIA. It was a concern. None of the soldiers that were MIA returned. And those that had any degree of witness would say, again, they saw things that seemed to flicker in and out, seemingly just the way they would do it. It was almost like they would freeze and disappear and then reappear and unfreeze. I don't have much more of a description beyond they seem to have 5 arms and a large mouth, a singular eye, and their coloration was an off yellow, like a brownish yellow.
Yes,
these are
the same
unverified.
creatures that we met there. One actually did grab me and took me a few seconds forward. I didn't realize anything had happened until after we had slayed it. Rena and Ophios told me I was disappeared for around a minute or so. They take you forward in time, in the same spot that you left.
These creatures, they've never been seen, or I should say, no legends that I ever heard as a child, which is funny because you're 16. No legends that I ever heard as a child are of such creatures, nor have I ever heard of a story. Nobody has brought forward any knowledge since these rumors came forth a few months past about these creatures, which leads me to believe they have never in the past escaped this temple to come out into the world beyond until recently. Did they make that did they traverse this their captivity because of your disturbing it?
I don't think it was us. Abstergo 13 had left before we arrived at the temple with a different group. I believe that's when the beings came into our world.
Are you familiar with who was involved in this group?
Only one survived, I believe. Two survived. Jen Malice.
Jen Malice, yeah.
And shit, should I say it? We've been keeping him a secret for some reason. We've been trying to cover up for our boy. Yeah, okay, it's a Malta. He'll say it. And Salant, a halfling.
Hafue.
Hafue.
Yeah. She thinks for a moment and says, are these persons of note? But you can tell that when she asks that, she's not referring to you. You can actually hear, who is it chime in? Actually, Lady Arcium says, my apologies. Could you say those names one more time?
Jen Malice and Salant, the Fue.
Jen Malice.
Is not a Fue.
I know Jen Malice.
You do?
I should say I know of Jen Malice.
Well, she left the temple with Abstergo.
She looks at the queen and says, Your Majesty, if I may. She nods. She says, Jen Malice is a die-hard patriot to Paradel. Somebody who is looking to gain prestige, to gain rank through clawing her way around, up, and through any barriers that she finds. Not of noble birth, but would lead others to believe that she belongs in the higher station. Most importantly, she's heavy into research. She will find any information that will aid them. Old magics and the like.
Huh. Yeah, while she's saying that, Elijah will smile and laugh a little bit to himself.
Insight check from everybody in the room. No. I meant of the nobility and guards.
Jen Malice sounds like a perfect match for a Loper, from what we know of them.
She says, perhaps she's a Loper, but I don't believe so. I know of Jen Malice, like I said, and I recall when she was young. These lopers, by your description when you gave it to us in a montage earlier, are very long-lived.
Yes. Now, they can use magics to physically distort themselves in a way that our detection methods seem worthless. So it's possible that's the case, but again, highly unlikely. It was just funny to me. Parallels.
You know that she's asking this as a matter of fact and not as an insult to your intelligence. Like, you understand that because of her personality. She says, have you tried touching them?
You know, you'd be surprised how hard they are to touch.
She'll actually look a little surprised at your response.
They're high-ranking officials of Paradel. We were not. It's hard to get near one, and when we did, usually they knew of us and what we were intending to do.
But you did engage them on the field of battle, so you would have had an opportunity.
Not me.
Then she turns to the other two and says, the question stands. Go ahead, Ovios.
I was going to say Ovios would have looked at Elijah like, can I speak?
Yep.
Yes, feel free.
Says the question stands.
It remains as a permanent feature until after they are dead for quite some time before it reverts back to their actual nature.
Powerful magics that they have at their grasp indeed. And then she takes her half step back as she does the other nobles. The queen looks to the three of you and says, you come before me with a considerable amount of information about an unknown enemy who is far more dangerous than we would have hoped. Who I believe you're saying is actually in line with, allied with, or at the very least in control of Paradel. But they do not fight on the front lines. They do not wage this war individually.
Go ahead, Ophius.
That is incorrect. They do fight on the front lines. I believe you have possibly seen instances of their magics firsthand. For I have heard of them occurring. They will turn entire armies against themselves.
You gave this evidence earlier. We'll say that Elijah mentioned that earlier. And she says, yes. The ability to fold the space between a group charging so that they are instead folded onto themselves. Perhaps, but that still sounds like a commander in the back of a battlefield. Bombo clears his throat.
They don't grab swords and charge in the front lines, no.
So
but they are present at battles.
She says, so it sounds like, and please correct me if I'm mistaken in this, you've come to me not just to inform Malta of the growing threat that Paradel is, and apparently always was, but also because you're looking for a degree of sponsorship for another endeavor, another task that you think would aid both Malta and, she looks at the two of you, Rena and Ophios, whatever position you may hold.
Your Highness, I have a suggestion of how to fight back against this.
She leans back in her chair and says, inform me.
There is one more piece of this matter that I have not disclosed, not to you, Octavius, or Lady Arsim, who we met prior. We have people on the inside in the Paradel military, high-ranking commanders.
You actually hear a scoff from Bombo, like of just raw disbelief, like, huh.
Yeah, and he'll turn and address everyone, but he's staring at Bombo when he says this. These commanders don't want themselves or their men to be ruled any longer by these lopers. They wish to overthrow. There is a small band of commanders, soldiers, what's the word? Not assistants. What are they? The people who talk to you. What are they called?
Advisors.
Advisors, that's it. And advisors that are aware, but it's a very small group.
Whoa,
and they,
Josh, not funny.
I don't get it. Yes.
That's such a boomer joke. Scott, you just made such a boomer joke.
Oh, he was answering my question. Okay, I was like, why did Josh say that? I don't understand what the point of that was. Okay, I get it now. He was advisors. I was looking for advisors, but thank you, Josh. Okay. Anyway. They have been an extreme help to us when we were in Paradel, and we would like to keep communication open between you and them. I guess we would like to open communication.
He actually, without asking the Queen for permission first or anything like that, he just says, and we're to sit here and believe that we are going to be aided by treasonous Paradel.
This is somebody who responded to, who didn't react to my existence, right?
Correct.
No, he did react.
He did react. My apologies. Yes.
Yeah.
He actually grabbed at his weapon. He had the biggest.
Yeah, he was the one who tried to kill you. Yeah.
He would have lost that battle. I can almost promise you.
Elijah would.
He's a noble, not a frontline fighter. So
I might regret this, but Elijah is getting a little heated because of just like how much he cares about Barnes and them and how much they helped him out. He'll say, never mind, I can't say that. Never mind. Hold on, wait. Just give me a second. I can phrase it. I had something, and then I forgot what it was, and I was going to say something else instead, but then I realized I can't say that because that's not true.
Wicked sus.
Yeah.
All right, so you say nothing in response when he says...
Yeah, he'll bite his tongue. Sure, yeah. Man.
He looks at you, and he says, that was not rhetorical. But the Queen responds and says, yet it was asked out of turn. And then she slowly turns and looks at him. He bites his own tongue and takes a step back.
Ophios gets a very, very obvious grin on his face.
She looks back at the three of you and says, are you willing to divulge the names, ranks, and locations of these allies? Or is this something else that we need to keep close to the chest?
I will divulge the names to whoever you wish, but perhaps because of how much risk goes into this.
I understand.
Oh, shut up, stupid cat.
So
sorry, there's a cat in your court.
Wait, yeah, I see it. So she says, so you have allies on the inside, people who are loyal to Paradel, but not to these Lopers, and have somehow become aware of their existence when prior they were not. I will assume you had a hand in that. The details do not matter. More importantly, how do you intend to end the Loper reign? And even more important than that, do you believe that's by eliminating the Loper threat that would actually have an impact on our war and the overall success? You interrupted her. She just cuts herself off and will cross her hands over her lap. Others you can see tense when you interrupted her. But she just stops and listens.
If we are to end the Loper threat and the Loper rule of Paradel, we can instate my insider to a high-ranking position, enough to stop the war on all fronts and go into rebuild.
He snorts again and says, instate to a high-ranking position. Sounds like somebody.
Isn't your whole job to make peace?
He actually takes a half step forward, and she says, Lord Bombo, since you cannot seem to hold your tongue in the court, perhaps you should excuse yourself from it. He gives a sharp look that way and says, you've been warned. And she does not look his direction. He, once again, furious, takes a step back and is biting his tongue rather fiercely. You can see the other nobles are getting a little bristled as well. It's very rare that the queen would act like this in front of, But anyways, so
I'm sorry, Your Highness. I know he means well. I just it's been a long road for me. I seem to have lost my sense of respect and
Some people are
degree.
trained to be in the courts, and others have the opportunity to be to grace it.
Like I was saying, if you wouldn't mind, I would like to just put that behind me. With the did you say, Tyler, did you disclose the name of your race? You did, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I said
Slakona.
Slakona.
Yep.
Okay, you did say that. Okay.
Slakona. Sorry.
Uh,
Thank you, Tyler.
With the benefit that we could receive from the Slakona to find Lopers and identify them, I believe it makes sense that we should recruit small teams to sniff out and eliminate Lopers while Barnabas, right? Barnabas? A lot of barns in commander fields. While Barnabas causes war distractions, it seems simple enough to me that if you
Wait,
start a
who's
war and you
Barnabas?
cause chaos, I don't know. That's you said, right? Is that the name of the war guy, the army guy?
The one you
Bombo.
talked to.
The one who just got kicked
Bombo.
out?
Bombo. And he didn't get kicked out. He was
Bombo.
wounded.
Yeah, okay.
B-O-M-B-O.
Oh, he's still in.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So replace Barnabas the Bombo. Sorry. If Bombo could cause distractions in war with battles and whatnot, we can sneak these teams in to eliminate the commanders, and we should see a change from the outside and inside. I don't have specifics exactly on any kind of plan, but I think we already have battles raging close to Amulta, where commanders seem to be within striking distance now.
Unfortunately, what you're suggesting is an insurgency, and we do not do insurgencies in Amulta.
Be a pen
Ophius
now,
looks at
technically.
Elijah. And
Oh, did you want to speak?
yeah, for speaking.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
Your Honor, if it would make sense
Majesty.
to you. Your Majesty, sorry.
Your Honor.
Gosh, Your Honor.
For the honor
you're-
of Grayskull! Sorry.
Your Majesty.
Oh, for the honor of Loper Skull.
You would need not provide soldiers for such insurgency. You would need not provide people, although it would be helpful to do so. That would be where we come in. That would be where our contacts on the inside would come in. We would just need a
Same
degree
wavelength.
of aid in a sense of supplies and support via word. No one needs know of this being involved in a Maltese strategy. This would be the strategy of Rena the Destroyer. Ophius would look over at Rena. And myself. On top of that, I do have one quick concern, if I may ask. The Lopers have infiltrated Paradel into high-ranking positions. Lopers obviously would not react to seeing my kind as they know I exist. I merely ask a simple question. I know why one of the three did not react to the sight of me, but of you and he would direct
Octavius.
towards Octavius.
Have
Have you seen my kind before?
She says, I have not seen anyone quite like you before. As I said, much dealings with lizard folk in the past. However, rule a throne for long enough, and nothing shocks you. And then
a teenager.
16-year-old who's been on the throne for less than a year. And then the Octavius actually chimes and says, sorry, I was actually so shocked. I didn't know how to react. I wasn't sure what I was dealing with, if this was some degree of trickery. I was
Insight
frightened.
then.
Yep, you're welcome to inside. He says, I was frightened, considering that it was at my behest that you were brought to the throne as quickly as you were.
That would actually make
no.
sense. That's a believable story. I rolled a 10. So, Rena, I think it's
Go
coming
ahead,
down
Rena.
to you here.
Rena's like, natty 1.
Yeah, so
Luck it.
before you give her
Okay,
the
luck.
result and she rolls luck and everything, oh fuck, Elijah would
You guys believe him?
turn back to Ophios and say, because he couldn't get anything off the read, and say, Ophios, do you detect any Loper magic now?
That requires a degree of very obvious magic use in this area.
Your Highness, would you mind if Ophios here casted a spell?
She looks to Lady Arcium. Lady Arcium says, he made me aware that he was capable of magics, different from our own, but I don't think he's any threat.
If he was, I would put him down myself. If he tries anything, I should say.
The queen gives you a small nod.
But I bet
Saying
my
it's
life that
okay?
he's okay. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, that's coming out, and I will roll Loper knowledge if I have to, Scott.
So for looking at Octavius,
Yeah.
yeah,
He just wants to know if there's any
you
Loper
can roll,
magic
you
in
can
this
roll
room.
over magic knowledge. Go ahead.
All right.
No reason. It's not like there's a chance of success or anything.
Ooh,
I don't know.
20.
21.
definitely like it, just in case. Come on, 4. Come on.
Oh.
There's no
Oh,
more.
wow. Drink my
Chat
sorrows.
don't love you. Oh.
Unless, did we have any in the queue that you hadn't added yet?
Nope. Last one was from Celsior 2 hours ago. And nobody else gave
Thanks,
any
chat.
tonight.
Oh, well.
And you already used your Winifred's wisdom, or
I did.
He did earlier.
Yeah.
That's
So
okay.
he doesn't get anything, I'm guessing,
Nope,
on
nope,
a 21?
Nothing. You don't notice anything. Everybody waits with bated breath at what your spell was supposed to do.
I guess while you're casting, Elijah would say, this spell should alert him to any Loper magics in the area. We should have done it at the beginning, but I wanted to warn you before we did anything. If there is one in this room, or has been one in this room in some time, he will be able to detect it. And it seems...
Does not seem to have any traces in this room that I can tell.
That's a good sign.
Just so you
Sorry
know,
about that spectacle.
Ophius and Rena each got a Winifred's wisdom. So
Do it again.
no. So
can't.
and there it is, and there's Messi's cool. So
Thanks.
you so they
I'm pretty sure a 25 is the requirement for me to be successful.
Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
so either way, so you guys, of course state your arguments or whatever, and she says, I understand fully what it is that you were asking of me. With your spells cast and everything aside, that doesn't change the fact. Whether it be soldiers that bear Paradel's banners, or soldiers that are bankrolled by Paradel by Amalta's banners, or soldiers that are bankrolled by Amalta's coffers, it would still be our funding or supporting an insurgency. And that is not how Amalta does things.
Yet I was sent to investigate Rena's rebellion.
Correct.
Was I not?
You were. As a matter of fact, unless I'm mistaken, the reason why you were sent to go and investigate that rebellion was because you needed a time away and had put in several requests for one. And eventually that request was honored by High Lord Bombo here.
That's correct.
I'm glad that you made that request. I'm glad that it was honored. It has been incredibly fruitful. But investigating the revolution going on to the east does not mean that we wanted to play a hand in it. We do not use such tactics in Amalta. I'm sorry that you had that impression.
So, despite the threat of Lopers, you don't think our help is necessary to overthrowing or defeating the rule?
She says, Malta will defend its borders, will defend its people, and will defend its allies, as long as any of those remain. But we are not going to go on the offensive, especially using such tactics. Again, I'm sorry that you had that impression. You have, however, brought much to the court's attention. Much information for us to contemplate, to discuss, and to make decisions upon. And for that, I would like to make a request, one that Rena and Ophios here certainly do not need to adhere to. I would like to request that you stay inside Malta as a guest, taken care of course, as long as you remain here. Safety, security, and so on provided for you, while we make decisions of how to move forward. Would you be willing to do as much? You need not remain in the Heplon if you have dealings elsewhere. You've brought much here for this. A coupon to Target.
$15% off. Wow.
Your Highness. This time Ophios did not look to you before he spoke.
He's actually staring at her, like thinking, seething.
I came here at risk of everything, of my people, of my race, by showing my face, by revealing that of our existence, if it is true that you have not known it, which I do believe. This is something that is not taken kindly from my kind. This is not something that is done in any sense.
Once more, with feeling.
I hope you respect the risk that I took, and you will respect my wish to not have us be known outside of this room.
She leans forward and she says, it was your decision to come and share the information that you did, including that of your secrets, of your family, yourself, and so on. You made that decision. To then set forward expectations of those around you for the decisions that you did freely and openly of your own volition would be a little, shall we say, unsavory. However, that being said, I have no intention of sharing with others, beyond those in this room, the existence of you or your people, unless that information becomes dire for the safety and security of my people. Again, I am deeply sorry that there was a misunderstanding of how it is that Malta does business. And I would like to call this meeting to a close. The three of you, please find comforts here in the city, at least for this evening. And if more time need pass that you remain in Malta, please find comforts elsewhere. I will have a royal guard appointed to you, and they will see to it that you are always comfortable wherever it is you choose to go. She looks specifically at what's his name, Elijah, and says, and Magister Pearson, that does include, should you want to return home to whatever family you have and visit them. A royal guard will gladly come and make sure that you remain safe while you're visiting family, though they will gladly also remain at a establishment away from your home if you wish not to put them up inside of it.
No offense, Your Highness, but I don't think we require those amenities.
Nonetheless, I offer them with grace and gratitude.
Thank you.
I'll be calling upon the three of you soon to speak. Please be ready.
And then Elijah would turn and motion for Ophio Sabrina to walk out with him.
Okay. And you guys walk out?
I imagine we don't stop in the hall. We keep
Believing.
going.
Yeah, he would stay quiet and just keep walking until we got all the way back, unless one of you wanted to go somewhere, say something, or do something.
I don't know if Arthur is still there or not. Would he stop us if he was?
Yeah, is Arthur waiting for us?
No. He had his own meeting and so on and so forth. Yep.
Because we went in before him, it seemed like. So I was just curious if he's still there.
Ophios, you both would read that he's seething on the inside. He's angry.
Yeah.
On the
I
inside,
think
I
that's
think
the
we-
general
he's got, like, magma
consensus.
pouring out of his veins.
Yeah.
Do any of you guys speak on the way back, or are we all just quiet thinking?
Quiet thinking.
Ophios is going to be very quiet. If there's anyone anywhere that is looking or around that could hear, he is completely quiet.
Okay, good. So then when we get back to the apartment house barracks thing, close the door, lock it, double lock it, bolt it, freeze it shut just in case. And then Elijah, like, he's gonna like slam his fist on the door and just like rest his forehead against it and just stand there for a while. Because that did not go the way I wanted it to. Stupid notes.
Ophios does something similar, except things are probably broken.
Smash all of our plates. Damn, we gotta eat something.
So
Is Rena mad?
Teenager,
weren't-
emo, throwing shit, breaking shit, you know.
you weren't kidding when you said she was a child.
How old's
Takes his
Rena?
head off the door and there's still like a
Huh?
seam.
How old's Rena?
Rena's in her 20s.
Younger.
No, she's 30 something now
Nope,
because of
you
time.
de-aged.
Did I?
You de-aged. Yeah,
I
you
didn't
went
know. I
down.
don't think time affected me.
Yeah, you did get slightly younger. You did.
Yeah, you got slightly younger. And Kata's got
Oh,
way
I
younger.
went back to my original age, I'm pretty sure. Is it 30?
Even
I
a
don't
30,
remember.
a
I don't
30-year-old,
know.
granted, she's a 16-year-old human. She just became an adult, right?
Yeah.
But you're a 30-year-old parent. You became an adult at 20, so yeah, it's not nothing crazy. You just
She's
live longer.
human
than she
too,
is.
right?
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
a human child. Yeah.
Yeah, so they mature quicker than parent, but that doesn't matter. His parent live longer.
She is young and she has much to learn.
Rena in real life is 33.
Tyler in real life is 53. See you at the Super Bowl, Tyler. Hey, Tyler, can you move your head slightly?
Sure.
No, the other way. Would be
Okay.
awesome.
I mean, I'm glad that Tom Brady's going, but he's not going to win. I mean, I'm rooting for him. I'm rooting for him.
You like Mahomes?
That makes one
like
person
Mahomes.
in the entire world.
No,
I
like
like
Mahomes.
Mahomes.
I like Mahomes a lot. Like Mahomes is amazing. But I
Tom
won't
Brady
lie.
left the Patriots to go to one of the most stacked teams in the NFL
Now
that did
it's stacked
poorly
because
they
he
had one
went
of the
there,
worst
though.
quarterbacks.
Wait,
It's stacked because he went there.
Okay,
Because
they-
Gronk came
yeah,
with him.
They
and
added
then
Gronk
Fournette
and they
went with
added a
him.
bunch of offensive linemen.
Yeah.
And
Listen,
then
listen,
they
Anyway.
Listen.
Anyway, yeah.
but the defense was stacked, period.
Jacksonville needs the V or the W, whatever you want to call it.
We get first round, bro. We're good. We get first rounder. I'm happy with that. If it's not Super Bowl, it better be first round. You know what I mean? That's how I feel.
All right, let's
Um,
keep
Can we
going.
break so I can heat up some food? I'm starving.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, why don't we
Let's
break
get
so
a
you
good
guys
idea.
can process what just transpired? All right.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
then
I got
I'll
a
All
lot-
right,
I
now,
got a lot
actually,
to bang
I
my
have
head
to,
to.
I have to
hella
pee.
angry.
Oh, are we going with you?
I was kind of actually hoping you guys would.
Yeah, we can go
Oh,
together.
yeah.
All right, cool. All right,
All right.
everybody, let's all.
Okay, yeah.
Not you, Joey. Not you, Joey. Bad.
Oh, Tyler's